Hey YouTube, Boy Knight here, and it's time for finally a deck box zone over something that I just had fun, threw together. It's a fun deck. I'm gonna apologize for the background noise, but I want air conditioner. God damn it! It is hot out. It's like 90 outside. It is air conditioner weather now, and I'm happy for that somewhat. Except I have to go to work. All right, so this one I call L3XC, which, if you remember. A while back, I've had a deck called L3XC Synchro, which was basically just a starter deck. I just advanced upon the concept. I like doing that. It's just something that's fun to do. Alright, so, of course, main card out of the deck, I'd like to say Marauding Captain, who special summons another monster out of your hand, and since he's level 3, and most of the other monsters in here are level 3, that is an instant Exceed Silken. Junk Forward special summons himself out to the field when you have no monsters, so also really handy. And of course, Spell Striker, who's able to special summon himself by banishing a spell card out of your graveyard. You can attack directly, and you don't take any damage from him while he's when he gets run over eventually. So he's actually one of my favorite cards out of this deck. And 2 card troopers, not so much for the milling aspect, more for the drawing aspect. I think I end up milling, just have a 1900 beat stick for the turn, and then I overlay with them. Probably one of the funner level 3s that I run in here, or down here, would be Neospatian Grand Mole. I just have hands where I juggle that mole back and forth and just boing and smack it with an Exceed monster. Same thing with Spirit Reaper and Marshmallow. They just sit out on the field, just hang there. What's up, bro? Just sitting. One will inflict damage, one will blow himself up if he's ever targeted. Usual crap. Of course, Sangan, level 3, and a Searcher. He may not get the Search if he's detached as material, but he'll still get run over first. And Trident Warriors mostly around because he special summons a level 3 monster, and I can use Feedback Warrior with him to make it. Also, I like the Feedback Warriors in here because I'm also running 3 level 5 monsters, Tricky, Cyber Dragon, and Interplanetary Purpley Thorny Dragon. Now, mostly that's just so I have another means to go into something, like Audrius. I can go into him with these guys. But Cyber Dragon and then get a Feedback Warrior out of the field, that is also an instant. Rank 3, same thing with Tricky, and Purpley Thorny just around when something eventually gets run over and he's just out of the field. Spells, of course. Most of this is a warrior deck, so Reinforcements of the Army is pretty handy. Let's see, Marauding Captains, Junk Forward, Spell Strikers, Trident Warrior, and Feedback Warriors are all the warriors out of this deck, so plenty of targets. Burden of the Mighty, just because this is a very weak attack monster, and most of the rank 3s that I do have aren't very good offensively, so this is going to help them out. Level Luminaria B is, of course, kind of just a hindrance of stuff. Doesn't really help anymore, but it gets level 4 or higher, so it does prevent some normal summon monsters that would run over my little weaker monsters up here from getting hit. And of course, Fizzier and Thunder Punch, just because I think they both come. No, one came in the deck, one's just a spare that I had lying around, and I threw it in there to be nice. Same thing with the creature swap. It was in the. In this deck, if I did. No, never mind, I threw that in. I'm trying to look at them. I'm trying to remember which ones stuck around just because they were in the deck, such as Blustering Winds and Ego Boost, that I just ended up liking and kept around. Same thing with Star Changer, and stuff that I threw in, such as Book of Moon, just because I was trying to be nice to the deck and I had so many for spares. Alright, so that was kind of finishing up the spell cards. Traps, Dust Tornado. You may have noticed the one card out of the starter deck that was originally in there has disappeared, which would be MST, so I kept the Dust Tornado around. Then another fun card, Magical Cylinders. What can I say? This would probably be the format just to run Magical Cylinders, just to screw with people. Oh, you summoned this big high attack monster? Why are you hitting yourself? Smack. Alright, and of course, other attack stoppers such as Mirror Force and Scrap Iron, just to make sure, once again, the little weak guys stay around on the field so I can use them for the Exceed summonings. And of course, Call and Limit Reverse to help with the get it out of the graveyard and re-exceed it. There's a lot of monsters that are actually under 1,000 attacks, so the Limit Reverse is pretty handy. I think there's like the Marauding Captains, the Trident Warrior, and then the 3 level 5s are the only ones that are over 1,000. And of course, 7 tools sticking around from the deck, and Trap Hole. And Heartfelt Appealed was just around, so I had other monsters that I could borrow. Just like, I'll just leave myself open and then special spam like crazy. And use it. Alright, so as my rank 3s go, this is what I actually have for decks. I know I could have like the Brass Dinge, but I really don't like that one. I don't care. I like, probably these were the only ones that I liked out of the Dinges that were level 3. God, don't go all crazy because I'm dissing Maestro. Maestro has its purposes. Alright, so Rhythm, Den, Leviair, 2 Leviathan, Giga Brilliant, of course, that thing. It's one of the reasons why I'm thinking I might want a second creature swap in here. And of course, Audrey, so this would be the ones that I can spam without a doubt. The other ones are kind of reliant on opponent's monsters, such as all the rank 4s. That thing's actually quite handy. It's pretty nasty too. And all the rank 4s, including that thing, which is just around just in case I accidentally get that thing out. Once again, like, this is the upper half right here. First 9 cards. Stuff I can spam, last ones, not so much. Alright, so that's a fun deck. Hopefully I'll be posting more serious kind of stuff that I've been working on. Prime example would be a deck involving this card right here. I'm just holding off that one for a week because I'm trading with Snowy right now for some more cards for it. Alright, so that was the deck. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Later, YouTube.